In a time where silence has become louder than truth, in a world where whispers of wisdom are often ignored, one voice is about to rise, not from the mighty, not from the famous, but from the unexpected. Today, on this extraordinary stage, we welcome a speaker who has felt the weight of injustice, who has seen his people struggle while others grow fat from their labor. He comes not with titles, but with truth, not with privilege, but with purpose. Please welcome Mr. Tunda, a voice for the unheard.
Thank you. I'll go straight to the point. I'm confused. Deeply confused. How is it that Africa, the richest continent in natural resources, is the poorest in living conditions? Look around, my friends. Gold, diamonds, oil, fertile land. It's all here. Yet we struggle to eat, to grow, to live. The same nations that claim to help us fly in with briefcases, shake hands with our leaders, hand over a check that couldn't buy a small village, then fly back with planes full of our resources. And what do? Smile, wave, and say thank you. They process our raw wealth into something we end up begging to buy. Is this help? Or robbery indeed?
It all started here. 5 years ago, right here in this studio, history was written. It was on this very spot that Mr. Tunda delivered a masterclass speech, one that echoed far beyond these walls. But Mr. Tunda isn't done. His next words aim not beyond the borders, but within. It's time to talk about leadership.
Our leaders. Oh, our leaders. They want luxury before labor. Comfort without contribution. They chase foreign validation more than homegrown progress. When offered shortcuts, they take them. When handed responsibility, they toss it like it's hot coal. They forget that leadership isn't about who eats first, it's about who feeds others before themselves. And the saddest part, we keep clapping for them, celebrating mediocrity. Isn't it time we asked more, expected more? Tell me I'm not right, Mr. Matar, or should I call you Barrows as your friends call you?
Yes, Mr. Tunda, but... Sorry, you go ahead, sir. I'm confused too.
That's what I thought, and my name is not Mr. Tunda, is Mr. Tunda.
Now the room is silent. Even the flies pause mid-air. Mr. Tunde adjusts his tie and leans forward. It's time to talk solutions.
You see, it's not just about greed anymore. It's about a lack of vision, a failure to understand the power we hold. Africa is not poor. No. Africa is rich in minerals, in sunlight, in youth, in culture, in potential. But we are poor in leadership. Poor in unity. Poor in the kind of hunger that drives true transformation. Our leaders have forgotten the long game. They trade away the future for a flashy watch, a handshake, and a seat on a private jet. They forget the farmer who can barely feed his own children. They forget the child who walks 10 kilometers to a school that barely has a roof. They forget you. And if we keep quiet, if we remain comfortable in our silence, then we are part of the betrayal too.
The room is silent, not a whisper, not a shuffle. Mr. Tunda paces slowly now, eyes fixed on the crowd. In Chapter 3, he talks about the elephant in the room, accountability, not just from leaders, but from the people themselves.
Excuse me, let me go to the restroom. I can't bear this anymore. Chupu chupu, please come handle the podium, and I'll be back in a minute, thank you.
Thank you. My name is Chupu Chupu, and I'll go straight to the point. Now that we've pointed fingers, let's look in the mirror. The real question isn't just why they keep taking from us. It's why we keep letting them. You see, accountability is not just for the man in the big office girl.
Yes! It's for all of us! The ones who turn blind eyes! The ones who take bribes in silence! The ones who say that's how it's always been and walk away! We can't build anything lasting when we build it on corruption! On shortcuts! And on promises that expire before they're kept!
Thank you. But, honestly, we need leaders who think beyond their pockets. And followers who don't worship them like gods, but hold them accountable like servants of the people, because that's what leadership is. You want change? Then let's stop begging the same system to save us. Let's rebuild the system from the ground up.
Mr. Tunda adjusts the microphone. A new fire burns in his eyes. This part of the speech is not just a critique, it's a mirror held up to the people. This is where the speech gets personal.
Now let's talk truth. Real truth. Yes, our leaders are greedy. Yes, they've sold us out. But let me ask you, what about you? What are you doing with your voice? Are you holding anyone accountable, or just reposting memes? Are you challenging corruption or cheering it when it benefits you? You laugh at the man stealing millions because he's from your tribe, but cry when your road is flooded or your brother can't find a job. We must stop worshipping criminals with big pockets and empty morals. We must stop letting tribe, religion, and party color blind us to evil. If we keep pointing fingers but never look in the mirror, we will forever be slaves in our own land.
The crowd is still. Some lower their heads, others stare in disbelief. Mr. Tunda lets the silence speak before continuing, and then his voice returns, gentle this time, like a teacher, like a mentor. He speaks now of a different power, the power of the youth.
The youth? You're not the future, you're the now. You build the apps. You drive the culture. You are the soul of this continent. But too many of you are distracted by vanity, by noise, by the illusion of fame without foundation. Let me tell you, change doesn't come by scrolling. It comes by standing. It comes by organizing. It comes by refusing to settle for crumbs when you deserve a seat at the table. The revolution won't always be loud. It may begin with your daily choices. What you support, what you tolerate, what you demand. You have more power than you think. But power unused is power wasted.
Mr. Tundi pauses. His eyes sweep across the crowd, eyes wide, ears open. He's not just addressing them now, he's speaking to every African soul, present and afar. It's time to talk about something deeper, the theft we allowed.
They didn't just steal our gold. They didn't just take our oil or our diamonds. They stole something more dangerous, our identity. They made us believe our language was inferior, that our names were too heavy to pronounce, that our skin was a burden, not a blessing. And we bought into it. We teach our children everything except how to be proud of who they are. We've let the world define us, while forgetting that we were kings. We were queens. We were inventors, warriors, and storytellers long before colonizers held pens. It's time to reclaim the narrative. Africa is not a land of pity. Africa is a land of promise. And our children must grow knowing that their story didn't begin with slavery. It began with greatness.
Some in the audience wipe tears, others clench their fists in realization. Mr. Tunde clears his throat. Now he speaks of unity, the kind we've never fully known, but desperately needed.
You see, they divide us with borders that they drew. Lines that didn't exist before colonization. Now we say, I'm Gambian, I'm Nigerian, I'm Kenyan. But before those lines we were just African. They divided us so they could rule us. And we've kept those walls standing generation after generation. But let me tell you something real. No single country will fix this continent alone. We must unite in purpose even if we're separated by land. Pan-Africanism is not just a dream, it's survival. We must support each other's struggles, celebrate each other's victories, trade with each other, build with each other, stand for each other. Because when Africa rises, it won't be by one flag. It'll be a chorus of voices together.
Mr. Tunde steps forward, voice firm but full of heart. The hall is breathless, cameras are on, phones recording. But he's not performing, he's pleading, and this is his final message.
Let me leave you with this. Every empire fell. Every oppressor had their end. But no nation ever rose without its people first rising in mind. Africa's chains are no longer on our wrists. They're on our minds. And only we can break them. So whether you are a farmer, a student, a mother, a techie, or a dreamer, your role matters. Start where you are. Use what you have. Speak. Build. Question. Learn. Refuse to be silent. Because if we wait for change, we'll be waiting forever. But if we become the change, then Africa, our Africa, will finally awaken.
Mr. Tunde takes a deep breath. The room erupts in silence, louder than any applause, because sometimes it's not the noise that stays with you, it's the truth.